Hello, it's Ev4, and yesterday I have assessed what was more certainly the biggest Twitter space evolving both party, the good boys and the bad boys. Let me explain myself. It started out throughout the night yesterday, a 6 hour long avalanche of fucking cataclysm that wasn't even near to explode yet. Like CryptoRick, the guy who owns the project, XRP, have we been misled? Is pretty neutral in the statement. I have a lot of understanding in the XRP ecosystem. And both party, the good boy and the bad boys, through at each other's argument, insulting and even spreading misinformation and then create even more confusion around the community. Like, listen, guys, I'm not a financial advisor or do not have fucking any knowledge. I will just make sure. Uh, no, listen. I will just make assumption like every other guys. This night, that throughout nonsense theory, like I will break down all of this just now. I joined 30 minutes after the call started and heard a wave of CHIA around the quorum ecosystem. Listen, at first sight, I was really intrigued by it, but turns out that those complete mindless people makes assumption on a network that is not even out yet, and at the same time, completely degrading the XRP ledger by not understanding the transaction per second, optimization, and scalability work. You are using XRP dev as a reference to the stress test, and he was only using one computer of his own. There was even that was not even a mass adoption test, like bro. Also, man, the XRPL can get basically infinite scalability through the payment channel, decoupling payment from settlement. And if you don't know what that means, let me tell you, it's simple. Google it, bro. Google it. Payment channel are an advanced feeder for sending asynchronous XR payment channel divided by a small increment and settle later, bro. That is what our payment channel. Anyway, let's move on, bro. It's nonetheless worst happened again. A wave of hate turned into the space, and let me tell you, some crazy shit happened, man. Yelling at each other's, hating on the XRP community, hating on the current community, even starting nonsense as of like Jimmy Killen was associated with the Clinton family and Schwartz or Rockefeller. You see what kind of nonsense. I have never seen this in my entire life, man. And to the crystal space, this is crazy, man. I was laughing so hard, bro. But at the same time, I wanted to break my phone so bad. You just have to listen to understand how that was. It turns out the bad boys, or the good boys, whether they can be or wanting to be, I guess, were complaining that Ripple itself were using market maker to stabilize the price at a certain target, which I will not mention because this is complete bonzo to put a price on something you don't even know how the fuck it works. But I guess it is a way for them to degrade the XRBL or just because, brother, we all knew that before the SEC case, it's on the table. Even before that, let me tell you, nobody care about the Ripple sales on the public market. We do not fucking care. The only one who care are those who aren't in even in the XRP ecosystem anymore. It is what it is, man. I'm sorry for my English. I do not speak English very well, but it is what it is. This is not funny a little bit that the the only one that don't care anymore, or the only one that who care right now is the one who is not even in the XRP ecosystem anymore. Like it's crazy. It's like since the Ripple kid is here, all the little peanut head are waking up and start chasing all the shit they wanted to get. Like grow up, buddy. We continue by shining Quorum and explaining how much Ripple had drained Sologenic and how much Ripple had invested into the Sologenic Foundation, which are the same people who developed the Quorum network. Yeah. Complete mindless bozos. The network isn't even out yet. How do you want to compare it to a network like the XRP Ledger, who has its worst point backlog, transacting faster than the Ethereum blockchain at a lower fee cost, bro? And then saying Quorum will handle CBDCs using an SMR type of voice, bro. As far as I know, Solana handle a lot of TPS and is currently running at 1500 TPS. and it's always down, man. It's always down. The network is not sustainable, can't scale. The same happened to any blockchain. It's not because XRP is running at 18,000 transactions per second. It's an instant piece of shit and can handle multiple thousand of transactions at the same time. This is making an assumption of something you don't even understand properly anyway, man. Let's continue. We've been through all the old shit on the space that that was talked about for years now, and they are not even aware of how IOUs works on the XRP ledger, and it's because the XRP ledger does not handle the main network on another blockchain. But to be handled on it, they assume that the IOUs issued on the trust line is bad. But brother, do you know that all the token on an exchange are IOUs? Even though you don't leave them there, most of the volume come from the exchange. So the IOUs token, you are saying the XRP ledger does not have smart contract capability, while in your head think that a smart contract is only Ethereum, a readable contract that can be seen by anyone, public. But you haven't understand at all how smart contract work, bro. Also, the XRP was one of the first blockchain to bring smart contract allocate the trust line on native XRP blockchain. And if you don't see as a smart contract, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You probably need glasses. Anyway, that was for most of the people that was in the space. I do not try to bring you down like CryptoRick. I listen to all your video and I think you sometimes bring a good point of view on your research, and I think this is always good to have a good side of the middle. From a personal point of view, I waited all night to get on the space, but I don't know why you didn't let me in. I don't know the reason to be real, but let me tell you, that's for me the federated Byzantine agreement protocol that the XRP ledger is using. I think it's centralized only because the Ripple Foundation are pre-selecting the validator, unlike Stellar, for example. Um, that is the person who choose the validator they want to take. And I also think that Ripple is a security in the US, and maybe it's gonna expand because they use XRP as an exchange of currency with thousands of transactions, and they know it's illegal because they stopped doing it and they were making money out of it, and that's it. The rest of the obsession are making Garam and Sologenic, and the people who have been into the Ripple Sologenic after party stating some crazy shit are most likely the most retarded thing I've ever heard in my entire life. This space was just fucking crazy. The future of Sologenic is not bright at all, and so Karam too. Just look at how it ended up with Mirror Protocol, bro. I'm not saying that it will do this, but you know, Mirror Protocol wasn't high valued as a market cap as those idiots trying to spread around with the future of Quorum and Sologenic because those guy was supposedly at some crazy night and probably has some vision, if you know what I mean. I do not take any of this for granted, and I do not believe a second all of these piece of crap I hear endure during those 6 hours. I'm telling you, speech of hate, criticisms to each other, almost as if your life was on the line. I do not understand how we have come here so quick. Damn it. I'm out of here. I have nothing to say. This was